Best I can do for you today, Bob, is the day one checklist. Okay, you got somebody who's starting. Hopefully you got a good job description in place and this and that. If somebody's a brand new foreman, but basically we had a day one checklist for every job, and basically here it is. Okay. We would teach our guys, there's nothing like a strong start to a job. You've already performed the pre-job visit with the client, so they're comfortable with you when you knock on the door. If you guys are not doing that pre-job visit, again, I think you're, drilling a hole in your rowboat here, okay? There's still a few things that need to take place to make this a great experience for the client, help you kick off on the right foot so that we win the project. Okay, so our foreman, this was basically their checklist, okay? First day of the job. Call the night before, confirm the start time. We would practice this in our meetings. We would literally turn around, not face each other, and go, "Hey, Joe, this is Tom with, such and such company. It was good meeting you last week when I came out and we looked at your project. I just want to confirm that we're good for tomorrow morning. I'm going to have the crew there, like I said, at, 8:15, because you had mentioned that, it's a madhouse here and usually all your kids are out by 8 o'clock and off to school. So we just figured we'd avoid that like we talked about last week. We'll be there at 8:15. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Be a little early. If you're running late, make sure you call. Greet them properly and introduce your team. Eye contact, their name, shake hands, smile. Remember, you're bringing a crew into somebody's home. You're invading them. Contractors are big guys with beards and tattoos, and we have a reputation for raiding villages and pillaging and things like that. We want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to make people feel comfortable with us. Okay, so we would literally practice this in our crew leader meetings. You guys are like, "What are you doing all these meetings?" This is what we would do. Okay. Hi. Hey, I'm the foreman, right? If you guys can see me on the camera right now. Hey, I'm the foreman. I would go, "Hey, it's good to see you again, blah, blah, blah. Hey, remember last week I talked to you about introducing my crew. Hey, this is Nathan. Nathan's been with us for 3 or 4 years now. He lives here in town, blah, blah, blah. And Nathan would be like, eye contact. Hi, it's really nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Like, guys, most of us don't do this. And this is part of the experience. This is why people paid me 30 to 100% more to paint a bedroom than all the other bids, because we did shit like this. Okay. Recap the plan for day one with the client. Remember when I was out here last week, we talked about we were going to start in the master bedroom, or we were going to start with excavating this part of the yard, or whatever it might be. I just want to make sure that that's still a go for you, because if there's anything that's going to mess that up, we need to talk about that now. For us, we set up a shop area, a staging area where everything was neat. We just weren't throwing shit all over the house or the yard. We took before pictures. By the way, this is all Foreman's doing. We would plant seeds for a good review right here. Hey, Mr. Jones, I want you to know that we're going to do everything we can to make this the best experience you've ever had with a contractor. If there's anything at all that would prevent you from feeling that way and not giving us an awesome review at the end of your project, will you please bring it to my attention? That was our word track, okay? Plant seeds for any additional work. Okay, now this isn't all in a row. This is conversational, by the way, okay? Hey, was there anything else that you wish that you would have talked to Tom about when he was here? Okay, or hey, have you thought about installing lights? Because we actually have some in the truck. I don't need to know right now, but maybe just something to think about. Guys, you're just planting seeds. You're putting things on their radar, okay? All right, I'm not going to go through every one of these things because I can give this to you guys, but have a clear end in sight for what will be completed on day one, and make sure you're on target and that the team knows. Pull the team together at the end of the day and communicate the plan for the next day. Leave the job site looking immaculate. Give the client a written or a verbal update before you leave. Update the job costing information. Okay, guys, there's a lot to do, but this is all about making it a great experience. This is what justifies you being twice as expensive, because you are going to care for them and their project and their property unlike anyone ever else will. anyone ever, whatever, you know what I'm saying. All right. So Bobby, this is what we would use for whether they were a new foreman. Yes, I'll send that out, guys. I'll post it in the files section of the Facebook page. I'm just looking for other things. Okay, last thing here before we cut out. If you're a one-man show and you want or need a helper, could you turn him into your foreman even without additional employees? I would really, I get it. There's times that you need a helper, somebody just to hold something, move something, dig something. That's fine. I think if you're a one-man show, you should be on the lookout for a mini-me, somebody that can work side by side with you. They're an FW in their character. They just got to be taught some skills. That person you could grow them into being your right-hand man and then foreman as the company grows. Because you got to leave a job to go take care of something from time to time or whatever it might be. You want to make sure that it's in capable hands for those couple hours. So I would look to hire somebody that's got great character, that just needs to learn some of these skills. My old business partner in our painting business worked side by side with our top foreman. They were a two-man company for like 10 years before we partnered up. And Tony was our foreman, and he worked side by side with my business partner in the field for 10 years and became an amazing manager of a job and a really good painter and all those other things. And it was an investment in time. So I would definitely look to invest in somebody like that. You look at Andrew, you look at, Mike at Premier, those guys there, they started in the field. Steve worked in the field many years with them. He saw them doing certain things. He would give them responsibilities, and that's how you grow people. You don't just, it's very rare that you just hire somebody to come into your business and it works like a charm. Okay. All right. Final call for questions, guys, before I cut us off today and my computer dies. Last call. All right. I will post links to this stuff in the Facebook page. I would ask that you guys go into the Mastermind Facebook page, share your biggest takeaway from today. If you have questions about anything that I talked about, feel free to reach out. If you're a foreman and you're watching this and you need some help communicating to your owner how to get their head out of their ass or something like that, I'm available for that too. Now, I say that jokingly, but actually serious. I get I have frequent conversation where some foremen will reach out to me and they're like, I want to take on more for my owner, but he's a total control freak and won't get the heck out of the way. I want to add more value. I want to move up in the company, and there's no path for me here. Guys, and when I start hearing that, I usually can predict that person is going to be gone and out of your company in 6 months. Okay? So owners, make sure you take some time this week and just go, hey, where do you want to go? How can I help you? And give your people what they need to grow. Okay, invest in them. It will come back to you 100 times over. If we're just talking money, okay, but not to mention all the other benefits of stress and your time and all that other stuff. So, all right. Well, I don't see any other questions, so I am gonna cut out. Guys, I appreciate you being here today. If I did not answer your question, or I didn't answer it in a way that you understand, tag me in the Facebook group and ask it again, and I will make sure that I take the time to do that for you. I appreciate you all and have an awesome day.